This week on Channel 8 News, Greek Life raises money for charity, Katie Pattison rants on how people overuse hashtags, and we talk to Brian Swafford about the Speaking Bearcats. Channel 8 News starts right now. Welcome to Channel 8 News. I'm Andrew Benson. Thank you for joining us. The Northwest Theater Department performed their annual one-act plays last Friday. Reporter Adam Bokart has more on the story. Adam?
At the Ron Houston Center for the Performing Arts, two students are taking a step out of the spotlight to take on a new role as directors of their own short plays. Bethany Sweeney and Megan Friend talked about the unique experience of being a part of the Theater Northwest Lab series.
When I was 3, I saw Alice in Wonderland, and I was like, oh, I'm going to do that. And so then I've been in numerous plays and musicals ever since, but this is my first time actually directing.
Well, I used to do church plays when I was a little kid, and I loved it, and I kept doing it. And then once I got into like middle school and high school, I started doing community theater, and then I decided that I wanted to go into theater education.
Both directors agreed the experience was stressful but rewarding.
I mean, it's kind of a different hat because you don't have as much on your plate if you're like being an actor or just like simply a technician. You're kind of focused on one role, but as a director, you have to think about all the elements and how they come together.
I think I've learned how to become a better actor through being a director, and I appreciate more what they do and what everyone does, really. But I've learned more about designing and that type of thing through this experience, and it's just been really great.
Especially when you're put in charge of your own peers.
I was lucky because my actors had a lot of respect for me and I had respect for them. So at first it was kind of weird because I was like, I don't want to tell them what to do. But throughout the process, with the mutual respect, it just kind of became like a team.
For KNWT Channel 8 News, I'm Adam Bokart.
Greek organizations united last Friday to raise money for St. Jude's Children's Research Center and the S. June Smith Center. The bowl-a-thon hosted by Alpha Sigma Alpha and Tau Kappa Epsilon took place at Bearcat Lanes and raised over $850. To donate to the two organizations, 11 teams participated with 5 individuals per team.
Well, the bowl-a-thon is something that Alpha Sigma Alpha and TEAC used to do every fall. This fall, unfortunately, we weren't able to do it, so we decided to do it again this spring. We currently have about 11 teams from different organizations here with us, and we raised roughly about $850. We're going to donate all that money to S. June Smith Center and St. Jude's.
The two organizations plan to continue this event in years to come. The Maryville City Council will meet on Monday, March 3rd. One of the topics on the agenda that will be discussed is the hiring of a firm that will take a look at South Main Street for possible solutions to the daily traffic the area receives. South Main gets very hectic during the hours of 3 and 5 in the afternoon. The council will meet at 7 in the evening at City Hall to discuss the issue. Winning national titles and even just competing at that level, you know that there's something good about the program and all. In the past, where have you guys ranked?
Well, we've ranked it's kind of been up and down. My first year.
And welcome back to Channel 8 News. I'm joined by Director of Forensics Brian Swafford. How are you doing today?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Doing pretty good. Well, first, let's talk about some of the history of Northwest Forensics. You guys have had a lot of success, especially recently. What's been kind of the buzz right now?
Well, we have a nice mix of students where when I came in 3 years ago, we had a lot of theater students, speech theater education majors. We've expanded that. We've had some successes at the national level and at the state level the last couple of years, and that culminated last year in a national champion in program of oral interpretation. Then going into this year, we had a weird mix of a lot of upper class senior students and a lot of freshmen. And our freshmen have proven themselves time and time again. Many of them were named top novice at the state tournament, and just last weekend, 2 of our students were crowned the national champion in College Public Forum at the inaugural Public Communication Speech and Debate League National Championship. So we're doing pretty well.
When you have freshmen winning national titles and even just competing at that level, you know that there's something good about the program and all. In the past, where have you guys ranked?
Well, we've ranked it's kind of been up and down. My first year we were about 16th in the nation. and we placed 4th at the state tournament. Last year we were 10th in the nation, and we were 2nd place in state. This year we had a little down year. The other schools were better at state than us, but we were 3rd place in a really closely contested state championship. And going into the national season, especially building on the success of this most recent tournament, we're hoping to be, again, a top 10 program, and we're constantly striving to be a top 5 program nationally.
Now, you guys really don't get much recognition when it comes to around the campus community, but you guys are just as successful as other programs. What kind of things do you think you guys can do to kind of gain more recognition and get people to recognize speech and debate here?
Well, one of the biggest issues with us is because we're trained arguers. Sometimes people are a little intimidated by that because we like to banter and argue and dispute things. So we're working on those things. Some of the stuff that we've done to help get the word out is every semester, at least once, we'll host a public speaking showcase. Usually is held in the Union, where we will have several students perform. We invite to the campus community to come in and watch us perform so they can get a chance to see what it is we do, because really what we want is we want to perform for as many audiences as we possibly can. So we try and do that. I will say that the student media has been excellent to us. We've had several stories in the student paper. We've had coverage on the radio station. We've been covered in TV. So we've kind of had some love from student media, and so now it's just a matter of us making sure that we're paying attention to the rest of the community, because so many of our events are off campus, and so it's easy to lose sight of what you're doing on campus. And so we are constantly looking to improve.
Now, the legacy of the program, you have had some alumni and graduates of the program of Northwest go on to other schools, high schools, and start programs or help coach programs and all. What are they taught here to help them?
Well, Northwest, as you know, is known throughout the region and throughout the country as a fantastic education program. You know, our education department is wonderful, and so that's one of the things that's helped us. We've had a lot of students go through our speech theater education program and go on to coach high school programs. And so some of the things that help us is because we're giving them a lot of in-depth knowledge about both the theater aspects of jobs, where they can go back and they can direct one-act plays, spring musicals, and other plays and things like that. But they also have to be a member of the team. They work with the team, and they'll work with the director, and they learn a lot about the administration of a program, which is a lot different than just competing. And so they've learned a lot of good information on that.
Coming up next year, you guys have a tournament that's going to be held right here?
Yes, the tournament that we just won, where Emily and Nick, our novices, won the national championship in public forum debate, they've asked us to host next year. And so next year, not only will we host this tournament, but we're also going to expand it. There's going to be a lot of new events that are going to be really interesting. So we'll have some things like stand-up comedy. We'll have improv duet acting. We're going to have TED Talks, where it's going to be modeled after the TEDx speaking. We'll have some poetry slams. We'll have a host of other events that are really designed for public audiences. The goal is to get a number of people in our community and on our campus to come judge, to come watch, to get excited about things, instead of doing some of the more traditional events that we do regularly at tournaments, so that we can excite to not only our students, but we can excite the communities that we compete in.
All right, Brian, thank you for joining us today. We're out of time for this segment, but stay tuned. We still have more Channel 8 News coming up next with Katie Patterson's Pop Culture Rant. We're in the J.W. Jones Student Union. We'll be right back. Welcome back to Channel 8 News. Thank you for staying with us. The pub is expected to open this week after having issues with the scheduling of a city health inspector. The opening is expected to happen on Monday, March 3rd. The pub closed in 2011 after part of the building collapsed. Northwest will participate in the annual statewide tornado drill this week. In accordance with the National Weather Service and the Missouri State Emergency Management Agency, the drill will take place at 1:30 in the afternoon on Tuesday. Northwest is encouraging faculty, staff, and students to participate in the drill by discussing preparedness in shelter locations. The Student Activities Council is hosting a cupcake war competition this Thursday. The event is open to students, with the first 100 receiving a free cupcake. The event will be held in the J.W. Jones Student Union Ballroom at 8 in the evening. For more information, visit the Northwest website. Now it's time for Katie's Pop Culture Rant. This week, Katie rants on people overusing hashtags. Katie?
Hello, I'm Katie Pattison and welcome to Pattison's Pop Culture Rants. So something happened this last week that involves the hashtag I used to promote this segment. In the end, I hope both parties walk away happily. With that said, the whole hashtag thing got me thinking. Ever since Facebook started using hashtags, everybody's just been overusing them. Like when the Oscars came on, my news feed was going crazy. Twitter was just blowing up. Oscars versus Walking Dead. Oscars versus Walking Dead. What should I watch? Blah, blah, blah. Hashtag Walking Dead for life. Hashtag Ellen DeGeneres is the bomb diggity. Hashtag hashtag shut up. Hashtag what are you doing? Hashtag no one cares. So I'm a fan of hashtags on Twitter, Instagram, even sometimes on Facebook when used appropriately. But the tweens nowadays are going to be those people that mess it up for everybody. So before everyone starts going insane, why don't you learn the etiquette of hashtags? Here's a few things you can use to help you with this. Stop using senseless words. Stop using a whole bunch of hashtags in one post because no one gives a crap. Did you realize you don't have to use so many hashtags in one post? I don't know. Anyways, I'm done with this. You guys should go check out this video that hashtag Jimmy Fallon, hashtag Justin Timberlake did on hashtag Jimmy Fallon Show. And Questlove, just awesome. Hashtag he says all. Okay. I've got no arms. I've got no arms. Where are they? Sorry. Okay.
Thanks, Katie. That's all the time we have for this week. If you have any questions or concerns, look us up on Facebook at facebook.com/KNWT8 or on Twitter at KNWT8 News. You can also see the newscast on our YouTube page, KNWT C8N. Make sure you stay tuned for our sister show, Lunch with the Leader, coming up next. I'm Andrew Benson. Have a good night.